A man named Nolan Bushnell developed Atari, and he's the one who was responsible for Pong and all the arcade games, the things that really took off and made a big splash in the public. But before there was Nolan Bushnell, there was a man named Ralph Baer, and he had the idea for making video games before something like Atari came into being.
It turns out that Ralph Baer had an amazing life long before he invented anything. Born in Germany in 1924, he came to the United States to escape Nazi persecution and later fought in World War II. Before going to work in the defense industry, he studied television in college and developed a fascination with this brand new technology.
He looked at the fact that everybody had a television in their home, and a television would only do one thing. It would play material that was broadcast. But could you do something else with TV? Maybe we could play a game.
He was literally thinking outside the box.
And what we've built, we call the all-purpose box.
Baer started working on ways to interact with TVs with funding from his employer.
Well, here we are, playing ping-pong when we ought to be working.
And between 1966 and 68, he built the prototypes that would become the basis for all home video game systems that followed.
He developed what he called the brown box, and we love it, the fact that he took contact paper and put it all around this to make it look like a device. But the brown box is a real important historical artifact. Here, there's the two consoles.
It looks like a glorified cigar box, but this prototype laid the foundation for a video game industry that now tops $25 billion in worldwide sales each year.
And the really wonderful thing is he had these program cards, so this could play many different games. Here's volleyball, for example. We have one for ping pong.
He spent a lot of time with his graphics, didn't he, Dave?
Yeah, exactly. So you put it down, and where there's a red dot, you push
Flick
up.
the switch.
And where there's not a red dot, you push down.
God bless Ralph Baer.
And you can see inside that this is a solid-state device. It's got transistors and so on, but it's not yet an integrated circuit. Today, if you open up a video game, you can't really see the wiring.
Well, we have to ask, don't we? Act casual, act casual. Be cool, be cool.
I can't imagine under any circumstances you would ever be allowed to actually play this, though, anymore.
Well, we almost never would put our artifacts at the Smithsonian back into operation. It's dangerous, wiring is old, it's a little risky.
I got that at the Ming vase collection.
Yes,
they were all over me.
I'm sure they didn't want you to pour liquid in those vases.
They really didn't. They didn't like the juggling.
But today, we actually have some very special circumstances that may allow us to do something with this technology.
Really?
It sounds to me like David is up to something. Perhaps he's got a trick up his sleeve, or another treasure in his vault.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Ralph Baer.
What?
I'm Ralph Baer.
You're Ralph Baer?
Last time I checked.
You invented that? You're the
It turns out Ralph flew in from his inventor's workshop in New Hampshire to be with us today.
So you guys don't just have stuff behind the vaults. When you say you have treasures behind the vaults, you have treasures behind the vaults.
We're the Smithsonian.
Ralph, how long have they been keeping you there? A couple of days? Waiting for your cue?
Right. All right, let's hook this thing up and see if it works. First of all, are we connected to the antenna? Yeah, it looks like it. And we'll never get this thing to work unless we stick batteries in it, so.
And it's been 40 years since it's worked, Tom. I have no idea.
40 years since it's worked? What do you think our chances are, Ralph?
Well, let's say 50-50 here, be on the safe side. It sure is hard to get that one in. You got
Talk about anticipation. This is like flying kites with Ben Franklin.
Oh, you're a genius.
We're in business.
40 years old.
This will probably be the last time
Everybody-
we ever let this run.
I want to say thank you, though. Thank you for giving us the privilege of letting us use the original.
Only Ralph is allowed to actually operate his invention.
Now, Ralph, if you're going to operate the invention, can I play with you?
Be my guest. I don't charge on Mondays, Tuesdays,
Doesn't
and
charge
Wednesdays.
on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Unfortunately, it's Tuesday.
Thursday.
It's almost Thursday. Listen, I'm good for it. I'm good for it. Check's in the mail.
Okay, pick up the hand control.
Pick up the hand control. Okay, here it comes, Ralph. I'm hitting the serve button. Whoa, where'd it go?
It went way the hell up because you turned it clear up.
The game takes some getting used to.
Okay.
Where's my guy? Ralph, where's my guy?
Well, stop futzing with horizontal now.
And while he may not look dangerous, Ralph Baer mops the floor with me for longer than I care to admit. But after a while, I start to bring my A game.
You're getting good. Of course, we're playing extremely slow. You know that, don't you?
I appreciate. You could have stopped at "You're getting good," Ralph. That would have been fine with me.
Ralph never saw much of the $100 million in royalties collected from the makers of Pong and other early video games. He invented the brown box while still working for a defense contractor, so they held the rights to all his patents.
Can't be returned.
I'll let you win.
But that didn't keep Ralph from developing many other toys and games over the years, and he remains a successful inventor.